Hello friends, happy Monday and welcome back to yet another little vlog. The state of the world right now is pretty grim. There's just so much happening in the news all the time, and admittedly my screen time has gotten super high again. I have been doom scrolling a lot just to get out of my own head. I've also been so busy just in my personal life, in my work life, and I often find that when I'm in these states of high stress, I get a lot less done because I spend my free time just scrolling, and I want to get out of that. It's not a good habit. It doesn't make me feel good. It makes me even less energized than if I was doing something creative or something fun. So this week we are going to do a video all about my post 9 to 5 routine, so my 5 to 9 after my 9 to 5. I do have a few plans and activities this week, so I think that will help me out for sure. And let's just see if we can lower my screen time again. I don't have too much planned for today. I already got the gym out of the way in the morning, and I did a load of laundry which I need to fold and put away. It's almost the end of the workday now. I'm just going to cook some dinner after I'm done with work, and then probably go on a nice long walk, which is something I've been loving to do after my dinner recently. I feel like just at that sunset time really helps my body unwind and relax. And then I'm going to edit this week's YouTube video and maybe get some reading done depending on how late I end up finishing that YouTube video. Also, a random side note is I'm trying to stop the scrolling on my phone in between work meetings. Sometimes I only have 5-10 minutes, and sometimes I can answer an email or get a task done, but a lot of times I just scroll on my phone because it's not enough time to actually start something new. So in that time, I want to be picking up my book instead, because it'll just make me feel better than those little mindless scrolls on my Instagram feed. All right, I just wrapped up work for the day, so now I'm going to get to some of the chores that I have to get done. And I'm also listening to the audiobook of Thirst for Salt. I am reading it for a book club that me and my two best friends do every quarter, and we're meeting on Saturday, and I'm 50% into it, so I should be done with it soon. So I'm going to listen to that while I put my clothes away and do the dishes, and then I'm going to get started on cooking dinner. I finished tidying up and I just ate my dinner, so now it's time to go on my walk. And luckily it's not raining. It's supposed to rain for the next 4 days here in New York, so I'm gonna take advantage of this time right now and go on the walk while I talk to my mom and sister on the phone, and then we'll come back and get some more things done in terms of my to-do list. I made it back from my walk, and despite how cloudy it is definitely humid out, so I am a little sweaty. That being said, I am going to take a quick body shower and just wash my face, and then change into some comfy clothes to get into editing mode for the night. And I'm hoping to finish by 7:30, 8 o'clock, because I did already start this, so it shouldn't take me too long. And then hopefully I can read for a little bit, or maybe watch the episode of The White Lotus that I'm on. I'm finally on season 3, so I want to try to finish that by Wednesday. Hello, happy Tuesday. I'm recording this before work because today I actually have some exciting plans after work. I'm heading into the office this morning, and then I'm going to meet my cousin in the city for dinner, and then we're going to see The Last 5 Years on Broadway, which I'm so excited about. It's the show with Nick Jonas in it, and this is the last week that it's running, so we're gonna go check it out. I can't wait. I haven't been to a Broadway show in years, and it's been on my list to go to more of them, so can't wait. And I'm gonna try to film as much as I can, but I don't know how much I'll be able to inside, but that's why I wanted to get this little intro done now. in a couple of weeks. But that is today's after work activity, which is a fun one. It's a good way to just get some extra movement in like a fun social way. So we love doing this. Quick recap on the show yesterday. My cousin and I got dinner beforehand, which was so good. We just got a bunch of appetizers to split. I loved it. But the show itself, the performances were great in terms of like Nick Jonas. He sang really well. The other girl, Adrienne, I can't remember her last name, she also was like killer vocals, performed so well. But we were both like a little lost by the plot. But you know what, we were there for a ride and we enjoyed it. Nevertheless, it was a fun experience. Broadway shows are always just like a nice thing to go to and break up the week for sure. I actually have the day off tomorrow for Juneteenth, so I'm going to do a couple of different things during the day. And I'll take you along on what I end up doing, but it won't be exactly like a after work day for me. I am the worst and I truly forgot to record anything at pickleball, but we did play and win our game yesterday, so that was exciting. And now it's Thursday. It is almost 9 o'clock. It's like 8:40. And I'm going to brush my teeth, go make some breakfast and coffee, and then we're gonna get started on making some sourdough bread. For the very first time today, I'm gonna make 2 loaves at once. I usually only stick to making 1 loaf, and I'm going to try like flavored loaves for the first time too. I usually just make plain sourdough, but today I'm gonna make a brown sugar cinnamon and a garlic and rosemary. So we're gonna have 1 sweet and 1 savory, and fingers crossed that they come out all right. I'm so excited to try. We have officially made it to the end of the work week. Today is Friday. It is just about 5 o'clock now. I am wrapping up things for work and I have to go on a run today, but I'm waiting for it to cool down a little bit because the sun is still out and shining, and it says it's 85 degrees right now and we're kind of like in the middle of a heat wave, so I don't want to be running in that if I don't have to. So in the meantime, while I'm waiting, I decided that I'm going to work on my Substack post today. And then if I am really feeling it, I'm going to work on my novel that I'm currently writing, which some of you may know about. And that is the plan for today. I also finished reading Love Theoretically this morning. It was such a good book. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I really like Ali Hazelwood. I think this is my second book by her only, but I'm definitely going to check out some of her others because I really enjoyed both of them so far. That said, those are my only plans for the rest of the day: run and write. But I feel super accomplished with everything that I was able to get done this week. I did a lot after work versus just being on my phone, which feels amazing, and it's definitely something that I'm trying to incorporate every single week and not just when I remember to. And it's good to have things and plans to do after work and not only live your life on the weekends. So I hope you took some inspiration from this, and I will see you guys in my next vlog. So thanks for watching.